I say, welcome back to the Miriam Cinema Show, a place where we embrace being you, being bold, and being true. Today we have our wonderful guest with us, Dr. Kiana Dancie. She is an actress, an author, and a comedian. Welcome, Miss Dancie.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for saying yes.
Oh, well, every now and then I got a few yeses in me.
Thank you for saying yes. It melts my heart that you saying yes to be part of the Miriam Cinema Show.
Why would I not?
Well, before we get to all the great things you are doing in the industry with the acting, with the comedian, well, I would like to get into the Miriam Cinema moment of the week. And the Miriam Cinema moment of the week is get out of your own way. And I am talking about this because a friend of mine had to let me know I was standing on my own way. And the way she said it to me, because I've been trying to get this project done and I just couldn't get it done. I try, and I get to the point I just wanted to throw the flag and give up. And she said, Miriam, reason why you're not getting it done, because you are standing in your own way. You are looking for that comfortable, spot, the way you always been doing things. Don't you think it's time to try something different? Move out of your way and try something different. And you know what? I did. It took something out of me to say, okay, I'm going to shift this way instead of being this way. But once I did that, I got it done. And so for you guys watching me right now, get out of your own way. If there's something that you want to accomplish in life, something that you want to do, it doesn't matter what it is. Just take a look at yourself, your own self, and know that sometimes you are the reason why the item or whatever it is not being done. So get out of your own way. So with that said, have you ever stand in your own way, Dr. Dancie?
Absolutely. It's funny that you said that about the shifts. Oftentimes the shift, it makes us uncomfortable, right? And I always tell those around me, and I've grown up with this notion that there is no growth in comfort. You have to be uncomfortable. So to get it done, to get to the next level, to make something happen, you have to shift and you have to be uncomfortable. That is where you grow.
You have to
So,
be
girl,
uncomfortable.
I've been uncomfortable with a lot of things. I'm uncomfortable now. Okay. But it is what it is. And the only way I'm going to get to the next level if I am uncomfortable.
Exactly. Because sometimes, just like I just said, we are the one who stops ourselves. We don't want to try something different because we don't know the outcome. That's the most scariest thing, because we don't know what the unknown.
Yes.
Right?
It's funny as you said that. I just told one of my church sisters, shout out to Life Changers, ATL, the only no is her. She's the one that's standing in the mirror saying, I can't do this, I won't do this won't happen, that won't happen. So you got to stop telling yourself no and just say yes and just jump. Because if you don't do it, you will never know if you can be successful at it.
Well, people are scared to jump because they don't know where they're going to land.
Yeah, but you know where you are currently and it's not where you want to be. So all you can do is jump and pray that you get somewhere and through that jump. But while you're jumping on the way down, come up with a plan if you don't have one. I wouldn't be a lot of places if I didn't just do it.
Yeah, so,
you know what I mean?
So tell us some of the places that you've been.
My goodness. First of all, I would not be here in Atlanta had my mother not moved here. I wouldn't be a stand-up comedian had I not tried. I wouldn't be a best-selling author. Pop my collar had I not wrote the book. I wrote the book and sat on it for 2 years because I wasn't confident in it. But then my mother and my family and my friends and my tribe kept pushing and pushing, said it's ready. But I didn't think it was. And then one day, I just did it. I just dropped the book, and I was like, it is what it is. But it didn't just happen. So I say so casually, I just dropped the book.
Yeah, you just dropped it.
I went through some things, and I knew I was okay, Lord, I heard you, and I dropped the book.
Right. Tell us about the book.
Yeah.
What is the title of the book?
The name of the book is called Bye Bye Bags, Laughing to Lighten the Load, where I discuss healing myself whole through laughter. And again, it wasn't I did. Let me just keep it 100 with you, sis. I wrote the book after having plastic surgery. See, a lot of us don't talk about the plastic surgery. We got the little nip, tuck, tuck. Okay, let me tell you what I got done. I got the bags under my eyes removed. And as I was laid in bed, healing externally from my baggage, I started having a conversation with the Lord, and I was like, God, listen, I need to heal younger and be prettier, okay? I don't know if he cheated on the test. I need my eyes to be the same size. I need everything to be right, you know what I mean? And he was like, girl, you're going to heal pretty, you're going to heal younger, but you're ugly on the inside, you got work to do. Boom.
Yeah.
Punch me dead in my chest. And I was like, who you talking to? Now, every now and then, I have a relationship with my father where sometimes I talk back and he does pop me in my mouth. You understand what I'm saying?
Right, right.
So he popped me in my mouth and he said, you. And I said, okay, Lord, what you talking about? He said, you're ugly on the inside. You can be rude, disrespectful, unaccountable. You can be curt with people, and I don't like it. Fix it. So
Fix
while
it.
I was healing externally on my bags under my eyes, I started working on my internal baggage, the baggage that shows up in the room before I do. The baggage that people were like, oh, I mean, she nice, she pretty, she cute and all, but you know what I mean? So I started working on that baggage that was my emotional baggage.
Yes.
That was hindering me from becoming my best self.
Yes, and that's a lot. A lot of people doesn't know that. Everybody's so busy worrying about the outside,
Yes.
the external.
Yes.
But the inside is so ugly,
It's
just like you
absolutely,
say.
it's probably one of the most important things.
It's the most important
Yes.
thing. The most important, because you have, first of all, in order for you to have that good heart and to be respectful to others, you have to start learning and loving yourself.
Absolutely.
And a lot of us don't know how to learn ourselves and start loving ourselves.
Absolutely.
And when you don't have love for yourself, you can have love for nobody else. If you don't
Absolutely.
respect yourself, you can't respect nobody else.
That
No
is
matter
true.
how cute you look in the outside, right?
Facts.
And you said healing through laughter.
Yeah.
I remember one time I did a group session with some of my clients, and one of the segment we did, activities that we did, was healing through laughter. I just have everybody laugh. They thought I was crazy. I'm like, just laugh.
Laugh therapy is
Just
a real
laugh.
thing.
Therapy.
Yeah.
I said, just laugh. They were like, but baby, why am I laughing? I'm like, just laugh.
Just laugh.
Just
To the point where you start laughing, you're like, if you don't know what you're laughing at in that moment, you eventually find something to laugh about.
Dr. Dancie, let me tell you my experience with the laughing therapy. It turns to tears.
Yes, it does.
It had turned to tears. I was hurting. And then the laughter, I don't know how that came out from laughing to tears. And it wasn't just me. We were like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah.
And so explain to me, how did we go from laughing and now we in tears?
It's a breakthrough.
Breakthrough.
The breakthrough is honest. The breakthrough is truthful. The breakthrough is transparent. The breakthrough is scary. The breakthrough is heavy. You know what I mean? So, you know, you laugh because a lot of times, like, we laugh and sometimes it's inappropriately, right? Sometimes you're laughing at things. Well, people are like, why are you laughing at that? Well, everybody laughs at different things. Everybody have a different, you know, funny bone. But at the end of the day, I say, if you don't know how to do anything else, we no matter what language, I heard you speak French and I heard you speak Spanish. So
yes.
you and I speak two different languages. Essentially we do,
Right.
although you speak English.
Yes.
But that's not your native tongue, right? Your
no.
native tongue is
Creole and French.
absolutely. But we still speak one language that we have in
Yes.
common. Well, two, English and laughter.
And laughter.
So at the end of the day, we all on this planet together. We have to laugh. It doesn't matter what language you speak, but we all know the language of laughter.
Of laughter.
And so it gets to the point where you have to make a decision. And I'm not going to let this break me.
Right.
I'm going to laugh at this thing.
Right.
So it's just the laughter takes you to a breakthrough.
It takes a breakthrough. And I think in that day, most of us in the group had a breakthrough.
Oh, absolutely.
We had a breakthrough.
Yeah, because you're either going to laugh at it or let it drive you crazy.
Drive you crazy. So is that one of the reasons why you really got into comedy? Because you wanted people to laugh, you wanted to heal people?
Oh, we going there? Okay. So, I actually started doing stand-up because my friends, I used to invite all of my girlfriends over to my house when I lived in Houston, Texas, and I would cook and we'll have cocktails and just really, I had a beautiful backyard with surround sound, and we would sit outside and just have a good time, and I would entertain them and laugh and tickle their tummy. And one day my girlfriend, shout out to Demetria Caston, she was like, Kiana, you are hilarious. And I was like, am I? She was like, girl, you need to tell these stories on stage. I said, should I? And she was like, yes, so you want to laugh at my misery, sissy girl?
Yeah.
It's funny. And so what I was going through at the time was a breakup. And I would entertain them with all my makeup and breakups. I had been through it, honey. I was with the same dude for 10 years, I was with him from 19 years old to 29.
10 years.
I love that man, girl. I love that man. But, I had to learn, through that process, I learned to love myself more. Through that process, I entertained my girlfriends, and I also found my gift of laughter.
Of laughter. And so that's how you break into the comedian.
That's how, and I did open mic, and she was like, this is amazing. So I did open mic and never looked back.
I love laughter. That's one thing I look for in a man. when I'm dating.
Oh, really?
Someone that can make me laugh.
Girl, I'm the funny in this relationship. You have the money and you be the strength. No, but I'm being funny. But I definitely can appreciate a man that can make me laugh. It's rare that because my sense of humor is kind of tainted or whatever. But it is interesting when I'm like, he made me laugh. That's cute. I like it.
I like a man that can make me laugh.
I
really do.
can understand that.
Being silly because throughout the day, just like we just say, laughter is therapy.
Yes.
You have a long day at work. Customers getting on your nerves, whatever, contract, whatever's going on, right? You want to go home to someone, or you want someone to call you and put a smile on your face, right?
I agree.
And so a lot of times, for me, again, listening to, especially women, we are too uptight. A lot of us are too uptight. 2023, a lot of things has been happening. COVID, right? The mental health right now is over the roof. A lot of people are going through depression. Cancer is rising up. Laughter is the best medicine.
Yeah, I appreciate you bringing up mental health. I'm a mental health advocate. And I believe wholeheartedly that before we ever talk about, as Black people, people of color, before we ever start discussing reparations, we need to be speaking about mental health. Because once we get all the money ain't going to do nothing but drive us crazy.
Yes.
What we need to be is sane in the mind so that we can be balanced enough to manage the new richness, the new this and new that. And you're right. Mental health is one of those things that gets ignored.
It does.
And especially in people of color. I'm not going to say just Black people, but a lot of people of color tend to ignore the mental health. We'll take care of our outside. We'll get this done. We get that done. We get that nip. We get that tucked. But we won't go check on our mind. Just like you go check on your engine. My grandfather worked for GM for 50 years. And before we could ever get in a car, we all had to know. If I can listen to a car and know that's your transmission slipping, your starter is going out, I can hear your brake pass, so you need to do, I can hear the car because we couldn't drive the car without knowing how to work on the car. So when I pull up to a mechanic, I can tell him, nah, that's not my transmission, sir. That's my starter. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But guess what? The reason why I brought that up is we'll go to a mechanic to get our car worked on, but we won't go to a psychiatrist or a therapist to get our mind worked on.
We want.
So I believe I subscribe to something called PCP. Prayer, couch, and prescription.
Because say that again, please.
Prayer, couch, and prescription. Because at the end of the day, I am a believer.
Yes.
I believe with the blood, all things is possible.
Yes.
But he made people like psychiatrists and doctors and therapists that are able to sit you on the couch, right? And help you unpack the bags that you carry that are not allowing you to be your best self. So yes, you pray about it, because we're going to do that all day at church. We're going to pray. We're going to pray the walls down. You hear me? And then a lot of us would dismiss everything else we're dealing with because we prayed about it. But that's not the right way. Scriptures say faith without works is dead.
It's dead.
I changed it because I can. Prayer without works is dead. We're going to pray about it, but then we're going to go to work about it. We're going to go to work. And that work looks like what? Get you on a couch, a therapist.
Easier said than done. You know that.
It is easier said than done.
For the Black man.
But it's okay. So let's go there. So prayer, couch, and prescription. Many of us are walking around hearing voices, are not stable, we're not balanced, we're struggling with anxieties and all these things because we won't get the help that we need. And now if your doctor is running you through a bunch of prescriptions, that's not the doctor for you. Run.
Okay.
The first thing should not be just the prescription. Your doctor should give you wraparound services to help support you and everything else you're going on. Maybe it's connecting you to a community. Maybe it's putting you with some kind of exercises to help you work through whatever trauma or drama that you're dealing with, right? Now, yes, Black men, Black people are the last people to go to do therapy. I would say that. But I'll tell you, Black women, we struggle and we suffer from the superwoman syndrome.
Yeah.
We believe that we can do all things. We believe we can do everything.
And earlier I heard you say you have a
killed
hard
her.
stop.
I killed her.
Yes, you killed her.
I can do a lot of things, but I can't do everything.
You can't do everything.
So Superwoman has been dead for me a long time ago. And it took time for me to get to the point to say, you're dead. And you know why? Because I got a strong, solid no, and no for me is a full sentence. Full sentence.
I need to learn how to kill her too.
Yeah, just
I need to
put your hands around her neck. Choke her.
Choke her?
Choke her. Put her in the water. Drown her.
That's all. No.
Throw her out the car.
No.
Over the bridge. Whatever you need to do. Kill your
Well, that's
Superwoman.
because, you know why? That's because we're so used to always doing everything by ourselves.
But it does not make it a, ooh, Ooh, it doesn't make it okay though.
It doesn't
I
make it
always
okay.
say that the evolution of a strong woman came because of a. Okay, let me make sure I say this right. The evolution of a strong black woman came because of a weak man. Somebody not gonna like that.
Ouch.
Now hear me when I say this. What did you just say to me? We're just so used to doing everything on our own. You're
Yeah.
right. Now that's not by choice.
No, it's not.
It's not by choice.
It's not.
It's because we had to.
We have
It's
to.
out of desperation, and it's out of, okay, I'm looking around. Where's my help? And then you don't have no help. So what do? You throw your cape on and you go to work. Because at the end of the day, you still have babies, you still got
Yes.
jobs, you still got to put a roof over your head, you still got to do it. Now, I didn't say all men are weak, because somebody heard what they wanted to hear.
Of course.
What I said was the evolution of a strong black woman, because I'm not saying I don't care about the others, I'm just saying who I am. The evolution of a strong black woman came because of a weak man. Now, that weak man could be her father who abandoned her brother that wasn't there for her uncle, her pastor. It could be anybody that she looked around, her husband, and she looked around and she was like, oh, I'm going to do this by myself. And she had to pull herself up by her bootstraps, throw her cape on, and go to work.
And I have been labeled
Yeah.
as controlling.
Yeah.
A lot of us black women are labeled as controlling because of what you just said.
Yeah.
I had to do it all.
And that's
we
trust.
have to do it
that
all.
you don't. You that's a lack of trust.
It's
If
not
you have to do it all, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that.
right,
We have to do it all.
we have to do it.
And now, because you have to do it all, you want your hands on everything.
you want your hands, yes, because you feel like it's not gonna be done right.
It ain't gonna do it right because you haven't been able to trust that
Trust.
somebody's gonna do it for you.
Trust. So we have to learn to let go
Let go.
and trust.
That's a muscle that has to be worked.
Everything's a muscle.
Everything's a muscle.
Just like you have this hard stop no. I'm sure that was a muscle
Oh, I
that you
did.
have.
Because sometimes my nose was like,
Yeah, I think about it. Give me till tomorrow.
I mean, this is the thing. This is what I don't. This is what I've been told, and I didn't really know this was the thing because I don't really get into that. But oftentimes people say, "You are such a Capricorn." I'm like, okay.
So you
Yeah,
are a Capricorn?
I don't know what that means. I'm a Capricorn, but I don't really know what
okay.
that means other than the fact that when I say no, I meant it.
I don't know what that means either, but I know what Sagittarius means because I'm a Sagittarius.
Hey, sis.
I'm a Sagittarius.
Yes.
But it's listen, I'm enjoying and loving this conversation, and I know our viewers are really going to take something out of this because we don't know how to say no. I'm sitting here, I'm thinking, you're saying this to me, and I'm thinking, I said, Mary,
You want me to tell you how to say no? First of all, sit
No.
up straight.
Okay.
Arch your back. Put your head up high so you won't tilt your crown.
Yes.
Look them dead in the face and say, no.
So it's
Form your lips. Sit up straight. Hold your head up high and say, no. And don't
No.
allow.
No head movement?
Don't. However you do it. Neck, head, no,
Neck.
whatever. Snap your finger, no. But here's what
No.
I'm saying to you. If it steals your peace and steals your joy, it cannot have you. So if that no is impeding on your peace, if that yes is impeding on your peace and your joy, it can't have you, sis. Period.
have you.
And sometimes that looks like your family. Sometimes that look like your friends, your lover, your job. When it gets to the point where you're not happy,
Your children.
your children, I mean, you can't throw your kids away, but you do have to have a conversation. Mommy need a day. Mommy needs some time.
Yes.
Mommy need whatever. And, and I was listening to a sermon and Bishop said, who said that you was going to be happy? That's not necessarily in the Bible that you're going to be happy.
Okay.
But I will tell you that as long as you're on this planet, you might as well be.
That's right.
So do whatever you
right.
need to do to be happy, but as long as it's not, I ain't saying go out and kill the folk. I'm saying just figure out what makes you happy, what brings you joy, what
Yes.
brings you peace.
Yes. I had a conversation with my 19-year-old about that. I said, you at the age right now, you have to figure out you. You have to figure out what you like. You have to figure out, it, like you just said, what brings you peace.
Yes.
Right? And then go out there, the type of people you want to be around, the type of, you got to create your own life.
Yes.
And learn to say,
No.
no.
Straight face.
No.
And you might have to get in the mirror and say, no.
No.
Absolutely not.
No.
Yes.
Scream it out. No.
Scream it out and own it.
And own it.
And be proud of your
Be
no.
proud of it.
Yeah.
Be proud of no. sit up tall. You guys, let's do
up
this together.
Sit up straight.
Okay, sit up straight
Arch
tall.
like the small
Head
part of your back, arch it.
Arch
Pull
it,
your shoulders
honey.
back.
Pull shoulder
Sit
back.
up straight like a lady.
Sit up straight. And look at them dead in the eyes.
And
say no. Don't say sexy like this.
And don't be, and here's the thing, and don't feel guilty.
Don't feel guilty.
Don't carry that emotional baggage of guilt.
I got to work on this because I think my no might be like, okay, Miriam.
I mean, you say no so cute with your accent,
I
but I
know.
want you to say no.
No.
Right.
Was that better?
That's better.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I'm having so much fun. So let's talk about something really serious right now. So too, and everything's serious, but I know there's a strike going on. You're an actress, and there's been a strike going on for over 4 months now, 5 months. So how are you dealing with that?
Girl, I carry. How am I dealing with it, girl? I got 25 jobs. When they said that y'all was going on, when they said they was going on strike, I say they, although I am one of them. I was like, oh, okay, well, let me go sell this good real estate. I am a real estate agent too in 2 states. I'm licensed in Georgia and Texas, and I usually didn't even tell anybody because I was the investor. I got my license to sell myself my house, and then anytime any deals, I'm the one that's doing I'm the buyer or the seller on both sides, and I'm the agent on both sides, on either side. So for me, it's tough, and it's really hard for people to understand what is going on. But we should be getting, as an actress, in this industry, we should get our fair share. Period. Streaming, we want our fair share. The executives make multiple millions of dollars, and then we're getting, residual checks of $10 or 2 cents or $1. What is that? If you can get, how much more millions of dollars do you need to do whatever you do?
So you think this strike would wake them up?
I think there is a conversation that is brewing. They're back at the tables having another conversation. Now, will we get what we want? I'm not sure. I think there will be some things on both sides. They're asking for some things. And, I'm not in the room. I'm not privy to the conversation, but I do know what we want. And so hopefully the people that are at the table will get it done. I trust that they will.
Well, I know a lot of starving actors right now.
And that's why I don't understand why people want to be it. I don't understand why you want to do this thing because, honey, you're going to starve before you anybody.
It's the love.
It's the love of the art. Yeah. I've been doing this a very long time. Tidbit about Kiana Dancie, Dr. Kiana Dancie. I used to be a catalog model.
Oh, okay.
Little girl in, J.C. Penney's, honey, a little Sears. Yes, I was a catalog model. Okay. And then, I've always been in the industry. I used to tap. I played chess. Could have played chess competitively, actually. The person that taught me how to play chess was the person that molested me. So I stopped playing chess. It's okay, girl, I'm healed, I'm all right. So I played chess, I was a tap dancer, I was in an African dance troupe, I was a model. So I've always been in this industry, right? So for me to be, actress and move over to being a stand-up comedian and also, national syndicated talk show host, that doesn't surprise anybody in my family, you know what I mean? But for other people who don't know me, what? Yeah, it might be.
You just talked about being molested, and you said it's okay. I'm healed.
Yeah, I'm healed.
And I can say the same thing because I've been there myself. And recently, I talked about it, and I said I'm healed. I said the same thing you said, and 2 ladies came to me after my speech, and they were in tears,
bawling.
Yes, and they're like, I want to be healed.
Yeah.
And it happens 40 years ago, 30 years ago. Yeah. So what advice would you have for the ladies or the men that's watching us right now who's not healing from that, from childhood or whenever it happens?
First of all, you have to get to the root of the problem. You have to get to the root of the problem. The root of the problem, I didn't molest myself. So eventually you have to make a decision.
I have to put a break in this. Stop. Molest myself.
I didn't molest myself.
Never heard this term before. So give me more. How would you think somebody would molest themselves?
They cannot.
That's
what I'm saying. I did not molest. Right. I did not molest myself.
I'm sorry.
I'm not the reason that I was molested. Hear me clearly.
Okay.
So first thing you need to do is acknowledge that there is an issue. There is a problem. You're still holding on to that.
Okay.
40 years later, you're still holding on to the fact that you were molested. You done lost 40 years. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not dismissing it. But I am saying is what you deserve to be happy. You deserve to let it go. You got 40 years and you're holding on to this situation where that person that molested you has moved on. If they're not in jail, and possibly you know that they're probably not, because they don't get a lot of time. I don't even know how long the man got that was in jail. First of all, you acknowledge that there was an issue, right? Second of all, you gotta forgive. Now, I'm not saying you forget.
Right.
You just got to forgive. You know why you forgive? Because, see, while you're walking around holding on to this stress and this trauma and this drama, it is impeding on your peace and your joy. All while this person that did all this accosting and raping and all these things and molesting to you and everybody else, they done moved on to a whole new victim. And you're sitting around here, woe is me, crying your good lashes off and wasting good tears on somebody who don't care nothing about you. Now, hear me, I'm not dismissing that, but I am saying to you, but the next step is once you acknowledge it, once you forgive and let go, you also need to get some therapy. You got to get on the couch. You got to go through, you got to do the shadow work. You got to do the work. Put your boxing gloves on and go to war with that enemy. If that means that you got to put a picture on a wall or a punching bag, start punching and do what you got to do.
Right.
This is what I learned about COVID. Okay? People went to sleep and didn't wake up.
Oh, yes. Millions.
And then people like to say, well, COVID, they lied about the numbers. Maybe they did. But the point is they still dead and they gone.
Yeah.
So you spent 40 years being locked up in that cage when all you had to do was give yourself the key and unlock it and walk out the door. You got to let go. You can't let your emotional baggage keep you hostage from becoming your best self. Now, here's the thing that I thank you. I salute you for speaking up, because I didn't necessarily speak up. I didn't keep it a secret, but I wasn't like waving a flag. I'm a child molestation. I didn't. But everybody, if I talk to you one-on-one, I did. I said it. It is what it is. It's something I've been through. But here's the thing. Sitting on a national syndicated talk show, I missed an opportunity to say, I'm a child molestation survivor. And I came home and I went to my mother's house and she said, Kiana, you missed an opportunity. I said, what you talking about? She said, you had an opportunity to tell people what you've been through and what you healed through. And you didn't. And I said, well, I didn't want to, I didn't want to make people judge you. So that was really my issue. I hesitated to, because I didn't want people to judge my mother. And my mother said, let me tell you something. I didn't feed you to the monster. It wasn't like the person that molested me, I didn't know. I knew this person all my life. I was young, I was 6, it was inappropriate touching, no penetration, but at the end of the day, it still happened.
It still happened.
So she said, you missed an opportunity to open up your mouth and tell somebody. She said, once you realize, once you cut on that light, you're not the only one in the room. So when you started speaking and people were like, oh, me too, me too. Yes. Now you encourage someone else to say, I need help.
It wasn't even just women. It was men too was coming. And my son is 19. And that was the first time he ever heard me talked about it. And he came to me, he said, Mom, I didn't know. I didn't know. But I told him it wasn't a conversation for me to just have with you, just to have it. But one point I tell people about the way to heal also is knowing your power and who are you giving it to.
That's what I was just about to say. So you acknowledge the issue. You acknowledge your monster. Forgive that person so that you can let go. Extend grace. People hurt people. Let it go. I forgive you. I haven't forgot, but I forgive you. I'm done. I don't have to deal with you. You don't have to come. Stay away from me. Right? That can be anything. Your child molestation survivor, your ex-husband that beat you, whatever it is, whatever has kept you hostage, whatever has kept you captive, let it go so that you can grow.
So a lot of time we are in prison
ourselves. While the person that thought no, that person is gone, lived their life, they having a good time and they okay. And you still over here having a bad life. So now you extended grace, right? You did your healing. You're going to the therapy, right? Now is the good time to, once you went through all that, you sit back. Anything else? You done been to war. You can fight your enemy no matter what they come to you with, because I done been through it. My enemy wears boots. My enemy wears sneakers. My enemy runs me down. But if I wasn't here okay in my mind, and then listen, when he run up on me, you putting on boots? I'm putting on my boots. I ran track. I could do this. Me and you.
But I think the most important thing, Dr. Dancie, is also knowing that you have a friend up there that you need to turn to. knowing that it's not easy. You're not going to be able to get up one day and say, I forgive, right? I know I'm going to remember, but I forgive. It takes a lot of tears. It takes a lot of
Yeah.
breakdowns. I know it did for me, okay? I cried, I screamed, I yelled in a room by myself. Um, I had to I had to get to the point of speaking out loud
Right.
by myself, saying, "Oh man, I cursed.
Yeah.
I did what I had to do to let go,
Yeah.
to heal." Right?
So
I didn't
every
go there.
day.
I didn't get to the on the couch yet.
Yeah.
But I didn't get on the couch.
Yeah.
I didn't get on the couch. Not saying that it's not too late,
It's
but
not.
I don't feel like I need to.
No, no, you do.
I
And let me
do.
tell you why.
Okay. Okay.
Because you black. You wake up every day and go to war with an invisible enemy that you don't see. There's things working against you that you don't even know. Every day you get up and do whatever it is you do. You get up, you worrying about your kids. You getting up worrying about your job. You worrying about your sanity. You worrying about, if I drink this water today, is it gonna kill me? Is it gonna be a flint moment? You know, you wake up every day with a different. This is what I tell my white friends. You ready?
I'm listening.
Tell my white girlfriends all the time. We wake up with the same objection, but different obstacles. We wake up, want our kids to come home and go to work. But then I want my family to be happy. I want to feed my kids. I don't have any children but you. I want to feed my family. I want to take care of this. I want to take care of that. But I wake up with the same list of things I want for my family, just like the same list of things you want for your family. But I got different obstacles. You got a straight road. I got a crooked road.
Okay, this is what I explain to everyone.
Yes.
Okay, is that I go around up and down. I
Yeah.
tell you why, because I'm a foreigner. Okay, it's harder. You know, African Americans say it's hard on them because of the racism going on, but a lot of us foreigners, it's triple harder, because not only we have an accent. Where you from? Go back where you're from. We're black, right? I'm a woman. So where you have double, I have triple, for example,
I don't doubt it.
right? So, but I'm still not going to let that stop me from moving forward. I'm still not going to give anybody my power, because I control Miriam Sinivert. No one. You don't have to believe in me. You don't have to like my accent. You don't like, whatever that is, right? That's your business.
Yeah.
Your prerogative.
I understand. And I agree. I think definitely, it's a challenge being brown from whatever country you're from, especially being in America. But I would say, I would encourage you to sit on the couch.
I will sit on the couch. Matter
Yeah.
of fact, I like that title. Sit on the couch.
Yeah, sit on the couch
Sit
with
on the
somebody,
couch.
someone that you respect, someone that you can trust, someone that's non-biased.
I have
Right.
sit on the couch, Dr. Dancie, with God.
Amen.
I have. I've talked to him. I've prayed. And I've released.
And for some people, that's enough.
That's enough.
But for a lot of us, it's not.
Okay. Well, it's been a pleasure. A pleasure.
Yay. You got to come
having
to
you.
Baggage Claim.
Oh, I'm there, honey.
You got to come to
I
my
am
event, Baggage
there.
Claim.
I
Yes.
am there.
And so let me just tell you this before we wrap, because I
Yes.
know you got to go. But
Yes.
Baggage Claim is a great place for you. It's called Baggage Claim because it's a safe destination for women to claim, heal, and release from the emotional baggage that we all carry. It's a women's empowerment celebration tea. It's a one-woman show with me. And I promise you, you come in that room, you're going to connect. And people oftentimes say, all these different women are coming in here with these different dramas and traumas. We're not trauma bonding. What we're doing, we're bonding through our victories. We have all overcome something. We have put our foot on the neck of the enemy, right?
Yes.
So the next one here in Atlanta is at the City Winery, November 4th at the City Winery. And it'll be myself. I'm going to have a poet, Teresa the Songbird, and an amazing singer named Micah. It's going to be a fantastic event. You should be there.
I'm there. I'm
Yeah.
there. Especially it's coming from you. It's an invitation from you. I am there.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, thank you again so much. This was such a great, great, great segment. I really appreciate you.
I appreciate you having
your
me.
company. I appreciate the insight. Not only you pour into me tonight, but to our viewer. And thank you for watching another episode of Miriam Sinivert. Remember, become that woman. Kill the superwoman and learn to say no. And remember to always be you, be bold, and be true. Till next time.